I will be discussing to you the general ledger system, but first, let me define to you what a general ledger means. A general ledger contains all the accounts for recording transactions relating to a company's assets, liabilities, owner's equity, revenues, and expenses. The general ledger is the backbone of any accounting system which holds financial and non-financial data for an organization. Let's now go to the relationship of the general ledger system to other information subsystems. As you can see, the general ledger system is a hub connected to the other systems of the firm through spokes of information flows. TPS subsystems process various aspects of economic events which are recorded in their respective special journals and subsidiary accounts. Summaries of these transactions flow into the general ledger system and become sources of input for the financial reporting system. Note, however, that information also flows from the financial reporting system as a feedback to the general ledger system. Also note that the general ledger system provides data for the management reporting system, which is the organization's internal or discretionary reporting system. Since this system, the management reporting system, does not directly impact the financial reporting process, we give only ancillary treatment to this system. Next up, the journal voucher. The journal voucher is the source of input into the general ledger. It can be used to represent summaries of similar transactions or a single unique transaction and identifies the financial amounts and affected general ledger accounts. Next is the General Ledger Master File. A General Ledger Master File is included in the General Ledger System database, and it is the principal file in the database. It is based on the organization's published chart of accounts. We have some important terms to remember in the General Ledger System. First is the General Ledger System database, which includes a variety of files and will vary from firm to firm, and this includes the General Ledger Master File as stated a while ago, the General Ledger History File, which has the same format as the General Ledger Master File, and its primary purpose is to provide historical financial data for comparative financial reports. Next is the Journal Voucher File, which is the total collection of the journal vouchers processed in the current period and provides a record of all the general ledger transactions and replaces the traditional general journal. Next is the Journal Voucher History File, which contains journal vouchers for past periods. The Responsibility Center File, which contains the revenues, expenditures, and other resource utilization data for each responsibility center in the organization. And lastly, the Budget Master File, which contains budgeted amounts for revenues, expenditures, and other resources for responsibility centers.